Hello, Sacred Souls. It's Susanna from Alamanic Shaman. What I have here for us tonight is healing from any lingering, underlying, or projected envy, jealousy, and otherwise sort of vicious, evil, vile feelings towards others that have been surfacing, I think, for many of us this past week. And I'll tell you a little story. About a week and a half ago, I think it was, I went to the occult store where I often get some of my supplies, and he has my business cards there as well. And I've noticed, like, for the past year, whenever I leave there for about half a day, I don't get much work in my other job. And, then I neutralize the energies and so on. But I've been going there for so many years. And last time, since I had to refill the business cards that he keeps my business cards at his store. I think I mentioned that already, right? Since I went to refill them, I told him about my YouTube channel that I started a while ago. And since then, I've been massively blocked. And I know that's his envy and jealousy that he's massively projecting onto me, because he was forced into a life that he didn't want. He basically had to take over the store from his father. And he married a girl from his culture because the family pressure was on and so on. And then did the whole family thing, had kids and whatever, because it was expected of him, right? And I know when he was young, he wanted to be an actor. So I feel like all his dreams died. And like lately, I have noticed that he's been sort of jaded and kind of has given up on life. He's in lack mentality, right? So anyway, it was my mistake for actually mentioning my channel to him, but it brought up some good stuff, because if there wasn't anything within me, for example, then I wouldn't even be vulnerable to that, right? So, and I know that in our collective, a lot of you are also struggling with similar issues. A lot of us take on stuff from other people, but it's not even our own. But there's also usually something within the family pattern, within our family heritage, like within our bloodline. And it might also be culturally, that we also have that within us, even if we're not fully consciously aware of it. Like, for example, again, and I'm sorry, I'm not using myself as an example in a self-centered kind of way, but just to kind of show you an example, right? So my mother kind of played my brother and I against each other. And he was the smart one, according to her, and I was the nice one, according to her, implying the opposite wasn't true for the other person, right? And I never considered myself a jealous or competitive person, yet this week it came up, right? So sometimes we may not be fully aware of what is actually still deep within us, because it's not the core of who we really are, but there's still something there, right? So, and this is actually reflected in the candle, which is why I chose a yellow candle this time. And this is the candle that I took the wick from when the candle didn't want to burn in the skull when I did the dental healing. So I had to replace the wick in this one. And I only had a wick that was dipped in red wax, which you can see here. And when I started burning it, I was actually thinking of blood, like drops of blood, like dripping blood. So that instantly I knew meant two things. One is the bleeding gums that I have right now, right? But also like the pain, the underlying pain, right? So when people have envy and jealousy towards others, it's because there's a deep pain inside for not being loved and accepted for who they are, right? So that's why I feel like this candle is absolutely perfect for this healing. And I know so many of us are so close to the breakthrough, but it's like we're still kind of struggling to overcome another hurdle that was just kind of put in our way this week or thrown our way. So hopefully this will help all of us level up more and more, and hopefully there won't be too many more tests and barriers and hurdles and blocks and whatnot, right? Because most of us have already done a lot of work, but it's like every time when we think, okay, now we got it, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, there's something else. Okay, so, but we gotta stay positive, right? Because each time we succeed and we level up, and then there's another lesson, and sometimes we forget to actually look back at how much we have already changed and improved and healed. And that can come up in situations where, for example, someone might be like, wow, you're so patient, you're so nice, oh my gosh. And you might think, yeah, that's true. Like a year or two ago, I wasn't like that. I would have, been more impatient or something, right? So sometimes we have to remind ourselves that, yeah, we are doing the work, we are improving. And that is actually another thing. And I put that right here. So I was going through some stuff today and I found this. Like this fell right on the floor when I lifted one of the boxes. And it looks like a caterpillar, right? See? So I just put that in there to symbolize, like the caterpillar is a symbol of transformation, right? Because we're going to turn into beautiful butterflies. And we're still in the process. And I put that on top of us as a child, like in the crib here, representing our inner child. And today I felt guided to have a bunch of healing stones here as well, and to have two of the winged ones. So the spirit of the eagle being the messenger of the creator, and the spirit of the dragon for extra strength, for extra strong healing. And of course, we have the angels with us and the peace dove for our inner peace. And then I have the zebra calcite here, which is a stone that's really good for, the spiritual connection. Just to have our spiritual connection help us with the healing, right? And then quartz crystal, which is always good to have, like the crystals help us heal, right? And then I feel like this is my new sort of power rattle in a sense. Like it's gentle in the sound, yet the spearheaded design is strength, right? So I wanted to use that again. And then I have the little stone knife here, so we can cut any and all cords to those toxic energies again and close the portal. And I may or may not feel that we need to brush off anything, but I just wanted to put it there because sometimes it depends on how the ceremony goes, how I feel. We may or may not need it. All right, anyway, so I'm going to do this differently today for the smudging. This is actually faster and easier. Please cleanse and renew all of our energies and take away anything dark, evil, and low vibrational, and flood us with massive amounts of healing light, unconditional love, blessings, and protections from the divine, and open us up to the energies of abundance. Thank you. Dankeschön, all my relations. All right, let's call in our spirit guides. Dear Creator, higher power, source, and soul energy, our higher selves, our higher spirit guides of the light, dear Mother Earth, our ancestors that are in the light, great spirit of the fire, and the other elements, air, earth, and water. Please join the ceremony and assist the healings, prayers, banishings, and protections with all of your powers. Thank you. Please close the circle of protection around us. Thank you. Oh, I was just thinking I should have put the little lid next to it so I can kind of put it out when it's too much. Okay, that works. Thank you for joining us for another healing session. Please help us very strongly in fully healing from any and all feelings of envy, jealousy, competition, and any and all other evil, vile, vicious, spiteful feelings of hate, anger, resentment, blame, guilt, shame, unworthiness, feelings of not being good enough, feelings of deep insecurities, and anything similar to that that stems from not being unconditionally loved and accepted for who we were, who we are. But I'm saying who we were as a child, right? Sorry, I didn't finish my sentence there. Please burn away and transmute all of those feelings represented, like the envy and jealousy represented by the yellow wax of the candle, and all the hurt, pain, and suffering, all the trauma that stems from that is represented by the red around the wick. Let all of that be taken away from us and transmuted into love and light from the divine. Let it swirl all around us. Let me just put this aside. Let those energies transmute into healing light and unconditional love from the divine, into full self-love, self-acceptance, self-respect, and any other feelings that we may have been lacking in childhood that are part of the divine, the true divine. Let us be fully and completely infused with all of those energies from the divine, the healing light and unconditional love that fill us so deeply that it melts away and transmutes anything that is dark and low vibrational. Any and all of those energies that have been in us, either from programming, from our childhood, from family patterning, or that have been projected onto us by others, and we have taken that on, we have had it in our energy field, and we've been in the process of freeing ourselves from it, but since it brought up our own stuff, we haven't fully been able to let it go yet, and we need some help healing any remaining childhood wounds that have still allowed these dark energies to enter our energy field. Let that all be brushed away now and put into the fire to be burnt away and transmuted fully and completely, and be turned into pure divine love and light. And let any and all portals and gateways that exist in our energy field no matter what the reason, no matter what the origin is. It could even be from past lifetimes or anything else. Let any and all portals that have allowed these energies in to be closed and removed from our energy field. And let any and all remaining cords between us and those energies, those jealous, envious, competitive energies, be cut and severed now and forever, throughout all of time and space, throughout all lifetimes, timelines, parallel and alternate realms, realities, multi and universes, and any and all other aspects that affect us in this lifetime. And so it is. All my relations. Ooh. And I'm actually going to leave the spear-headed rattle right there for the extra protection. Right in front of us, so that we can fully be protected. And nothing can get to us. And so it is. All my relations. Yes, this feels good. Okay. All right, this is it for tonight. Let this ceremony now be finished and accept our love, thanks, gratitude, and blessings. Please open the circle of protection around us, but keep us strongly safe, shielded, and protected. And so it is. All my relations, all our relations. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching and working on your own healing as well. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, share, and subscribe. And I'm also sending you lots of love and light, many blessings, and be well until next time. Bye.